Thank you, guys. Turn in your Bibles to Matthew chapter 25. So where we'll be today, Matthew chapter 25. Our verse for this year is Matthew 6:33. But we're going to look in Matthew 25 together today. And the verse for this year, then everything else you need will putting God first in our life, and we're going to do that today as well. And I just want to begin today by saying thank you to our church family. And I know I mentioned it at the beginning and even in prayer. It's been a difficult few weeks. One, testing positive for COVID. And then Leslie's dad passing away, and so many other funerals in our church. It has been a difficult season, and I just want to thank you guys for your kindness. Life of life. I can't imagine life without God, without His help, and without His strength. Together, and you guys do that. To our church family since January 1st. It reminds me that there's no guarantees. We don't know how long we have. And today I want to talk to you, when we put God first, I want to talk to you about being ready. We need to be ready in the earthly realm. Okay, that's the world in which we live. We need to be ready in the earthly realm. We need to have our wills in order, power of attorney. We need to have insurance. We need to share the information with family members that would need to know. We need to be ready in the earthly realm. And I encourage you to do that. You may say, well, I'm young. You never know. You never know. Be ready. But today I want to talk to you about being ready in the heavenly realm. And that's a lot more important because that's for eternity. I want us to be ready and in right relationship with God, because as I watch the world today, the end is near. Jesus is coming back. And even if he waits a little bit longer, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. Life is short. Jesus said, I can come back at any time. And if you want to know what Jesus taught about the end times, go to Matthew 24 and 25. Matthew 24 and 25 is Jesus' teaching on the end times. I encourage you to dive into those two chapters this week and see what Jesus said and how we're to be ready for His return. So we're going to look at Matthew chapter 25 and the first parable that's there. And so we're going to begin in Matthew chapter 25 and verse 1. At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the groom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 of them were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps and they didn't take oil with them. But the wise ones took oil in their flasks with their lamps. When the groom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. In the middle of the night, there was a shout, "Here's the groom, come out to meet him." When all the virgins got up and trimmed their lamps, the foolish one said to the wise one, "Give us some of your oil because our lamps are going out." The wise ones answered, "No, there won't be enough for us and for you. Go instead to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." When they had gone to buy some, the groom arrived, and those who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and they shut the door. Later, the rest of the virgins came and said, "Master, Master, open for us." He said, "Truly I tell you, I do not know you. Therefore, be alert, be ready, because you don't know either the day nor the hour." I don't know if you've ever heard of Team Hoyt. It's a father and son that ran in many marathons, triathlons, Ironman competitions, and the father's name was Dick, the son's name was Rick, and they worked together, the father carrying the son and pushing the son in all of these races because the son was severely disabled and couldn't do it on his own. They raced thousands of times. Their videos on YouTube have been viewed millions of times. They inspired so many, and just last year, Dick Hoyt, the father, passed away. The Christian life is a lot like Team Hoyt in the sense that we were created for relationship. And sometimes life is hard, and we need people in our life to carry us along sometimes. When life gets difficult, we need that encouragement. We need someone to help move us along. It is vital to our Christian walk to have those right relationships. And so sometimes Christian life is a lot like Team Hoyt, and then there's other situations and times that the Christian life is not like Team Hoyt. There are some things that no one else can do for you. No one else can be devoted to God for you. When Jesus said, "Seek the King and the kingdom first," that's a very personal, very direct message, and that's the point of this parable, and yet we struggle with this parable sometimes. The story is pretty straightforward. It's a wedding that is planned, and those 10 virgins are the bridal party, and they come, and some have oil for their lamps, and some don't. That was the tradition back then. Instead of flashlights or lights, they would have oil lamps. Now, they would have clay lamps. I have a glass one here, and I'll try to light it if it works. And I always loved these in our house. At home, my mom would have these around the house and would use them if the power went out. I always thought it was so pretty. But there's oil in that lamp that allows it to burn. There were some that brought extra oil. There were some that weren't. And Jesus called the ones who had extra oil wise and the others foolish. So today, if you're thinking about today, we would think of flashlights, right? We would think you have to have batteries for your flashlight. So if you're going to be somewhere for a long time, you better bring some extra batteries. So the groom is late to the wedding. I've done many weddings, and grooms are often late to the wedding, but this one is very late, not showing up till after midnight. They've all fallen asleep. You could say, how could this happen? And you have to understand weddings in Jesus' day. They're very different than today, because back then, you wouldn't know when the wedding is. You wouldn't know what time the groom was coming, because they would arrange the marriage, and then the groom would go to his family home, his family property, and he would build a place for he and his bride to live. Maybe they'd add a room onto the house. He'd go and prepare that place and get it all ready. And when the father of the groom said, "Everything's perfect, everything's ready, go get your bride," that's when he would go back and the wedding would begin. That's how weddings took place in ancient times, in Jesus' times. When you know that, it kind of then triggers some things in your mind, right? Jesus says, "I go away to prepare a place for you." I'm adding a room onto the house, onto the mansion. I'm adding a room in heaven for you. I go away to prepare a place for you. When are you coming back, Jesus? No one knows the time or hour, only the Father in heaven. It all makes sense. The groom finally comes back, and he comes to get his bride, and when he arrives, I'm sure there's excitement and chaos, voices calling. Last through the night and to continue on, and they look to the ones who had fuel, the ones that didn't have fuel, say, you're like, well, why didn't they just help them? I mean, seriously, aren't we so? I'm not going to help you. I mean, He says you got to be ready for yourself. We'll write this down. First thing to write down. The main point of this parable is faithfulness. In the God-first life, you can't borrow faithfulness. You can't borrow someone else's faithfulness. From someone else. You can't share your devotion with someone else. I wish we could, right? I wish we could share what we have with God with a friend or a family member. Husbands, you can't do it for your wives, and wives, you can't do it for your husbands. Parents, you can't do it for your children, and children, you can't do it for your parents. This is something personal. Living and sustaining a God-first life means we have to get our own oil, fill our own lamps, and make sure they stay filled. It's not one time we say a prayer, we walk an aisle, and we say, okay, Jesus, I belong to you. But it's every day making sure the lamp is lit and there's oil available, that you are in relationship. You can't do someone else's devotions. It's up to you to pray. It's up to you to read the Bible. It's up to you to be in church. It's up to you to worship God. These are things that only you can do for yourself, and that's what then develops that relationship, keeps the fire burning and oil in the lamp. And that's why we say, God, give me that heart of devotion for you. And I wish we could do it for other people, but we can't, and they can't do it for us. You cannot borrow devotion. No one can give for you. No one can go for you. No one can fight for you. No one can stand for you. No one can speak for you. Write this down. No one can put God first for you. No one can put God first for you. That is your relationship with God. No one can do it for you. You can't experience God through someone else's experience. You can't experience God through someone else's experience. It's got to be yours. So how do we respond to what Jesus was teaching us when we think about how short our life is, how close we are to His return? How do we then apply this to our life? And I believe that we are to, as we've learned, to respond to God as we would in marriage with a vow. 27 years ago, Leslie and I stood at an altar and we said, for better, for worse, for life. And that's what we need to do with God, is make that vow to Him. God, for better, for worse, for life. I am devoted in relationship with you. I am ready to see you. I am ready to be with you, both now and forever. That vow that we make, that consecration, saying, God, I belong to you. I set my life, my heart, my mind, I set it apart for you. God, I am holy to you. I am consecrated to you. If you continue on in Matthew chapter 25, there's 2 more stories in that chapter. The next story, don't have time to read it. Next story is the master and the servants. And so the master goes away on a very long trip, and he gives some talents, some treasures to his servants, and 2 of them go and they use those talents and treasures, and they do great things with them. And when the master comes back, he's pleased with those servants. But there was another servant who takes what the master gave him and he hides. He's afraid. I think that's important because as we live in these end times, I'm seeing more and more people get afraid. More and more people hiding out. That's not what we're supposed to do. As we near the Lord's return, that's when we should be using everything God has given us for the King and His kingdom. We don't hide out. We don't go in a bunker somewhere. We don't just, sit back. Okay, Jesus, please come back. No, we go out with everything that He has given us, and we share Him with this world. And when we do that, we will hear as those first 2 servants heard, well done, good and faithful servant. No one can be faithful for you. And that's the number one mark of a follower of Jesus is faithfulness. That you are ready, that you're in relationship, that you're faithful. That's what he's teaching us in Matthew chapter 25. And then in the next story, he talks about the judgment. When we come before the judgment and he separates the sheep from the goats. He separates two people groups. And to the goats, he says, you never took care of me. You never fed me. You never clothed me. You never visited me. You never watched out for me. And they say, when did we ever see you, Jesus, where you needed any of those things? And he said, when you didn't do it to the least of these, you didn't do it for me. Amen. Then he turns to the sheep and he says, thank you for clothing me and feeding me and taking care of me and visiting me. And they said, well, Jesus, when did we ever do that? And Jesus says, when you did it for the least of these, you did it for me. What that story tells me is that we need to be actively following Jesus, doing what Jesus did in this world. That if I want to be ready for his return, if I want to be ready to meet him, because again, we're not guaranteed even tomorrow, but if I want to be ready, I got to be ready, but I got to be faithful and I need to be active. No one can be active for me. Nobody can do this for me. I've got to do this as unto the Lord. I can't go off Leslie's faithfulness, and she can't go off my faithfulness. I don't get into heaven because of her activity. I get in heaven because of mine. We have to realize that we need to be ready for ourselves. And I think just since January, the Lord's put this on my heart. We're talking about putting God first. So here's my question today. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you putting God first? Or are you just kind of, well, I'm in a great church and they love God and they take care of the community and they do. No, I'm not asking if you come to church. I'm asking, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you walking in the relationship? I wish we could share our devotion with each other, but we can't. I can't share my relationship with God to you. Now, I can cheer you on, and I can lift you up as you've lifted our family up. Yes, we can help each other in the process, and we can walk with each other in the process, but I can't do it for you. You've got to be ready. I don't know what the future holds. It's getting crazier every day. Wars and rumors of war. But I know that Jesus is coming back. I know that life is short. And so we need to make our move. No one can make it for you. You've got to make that move. God is calling you to respond. So today I'm just going to ask you to bow your head and your heart. And I want you just to, in this moment, so much of church is corporate, but right now in this moment, it is private. It's you and God. And the question is, are you ready? Are you ready? That when the Father says, son, go get your bride, are you a part of that glorious family that rises to meet him in the air? Are you ready today? Are you faithful today? Are you following faithfully? Are you actively serving him? Not just hiding out, waiting for his return, but are you ready? Are you faithful? And are you active? And if you want to respond today, God, I am ready and I'm in relationship with you without looking around. This is you and God. If you're ready, and if you want to be ready, and if you want to make that declaration today before earth and heaven, I'm going to ask you to stand to your feet right now. You don't have to stand if you don't want to. If you're still thinking, you can be seated. But if you said, no, I'm ready. I want to be ready. This isn't an altar call. We're not going to say a prayer. This is just you standing before God. If you want to stand before God, you don't have to if you don't want to. Everybody, just keep your head bowed and eyes closed because this is you and God. If you're standing, you're saying, God, I'm ready. If it's today on the way home from church, I'm ready. If tonight, after the Bengals win the Super Bowl, you return, I want us to be ready. As your shepherd of this church, I want everybody to be ready. I want to see you there. I'm going to be looking for you there. I'm going to be looking to see if you're there. But I can't get you there on what I do or somebody else does. We're going to pray. If you're not standing, go ahead and stand for this prayer time. God, you see our hearts across the sanctuary today. We have heard your word and we have responded to your word. Jesus, just fill us with your presence. Drive a passion deep within us to pursue you, to know you, to keep our eyes on you, to follow you, to be close to you, to cheer others on as well, Lord, to follow you and be passionate for you. Help us to seek you, the King, in your kingdom first and foremost. And thank you, God, that as we do, you take really, really good care of us. Amen. 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 We're ready today. We are ready today. We're ready today. Are you ready? Oh, man, it's good. It's good. Stephen, can you go get the kids real quick? Because we're going to pray over the Johnsons, and we're bringing the kids in for this as well, because we want to pray over the kids as well. This is Jared and Heather's last Sunday. Some of us won't see Jared and Heather until heaven. I'm going to see them in April because I'm going to be in Kentucky. So I'm excited about that. But they're moving to Kentucky. And so I'm just going to invite you guys to come down. They're going to bring the kids in now because they want to pray over the kids as well. So what we want to do is surround them in prayer. And so if you know Jared and Heather, been friends a long time. Obviously, we've been friends almost our whole life. Just come down and surround them right now. If you're uncomfortable, completely understand. You want to put masks on, I understand. But just we want to surround them in prayer. Lifelong friends. When I think of Jared and Heather, everything I preach today, I think of Jared and Heather. Faithful. Faithful, faithful, faithful. Active, active, active. Ready, ready, ready. Cheering others on. I mean, that is their gift, is cheering others on. We're going to wait for the kids to come in, but just go ahead and begin to pray over them. If anybody has a word of the Lord for them, go ahead and give them a prophetic word right now. Let me just say this before we pray and we give the kids time to come in. If you want to dive deeper into this message, there are questions in the lobby about what we talked about today, and if you want to just grab those, Pastor Joel has those. Study them by yourself or with your family or with a small group. Samson is on his way. It's going to be great.